Should I hire a wedding planner? This is most likely the topmost question you have on your mind if you are an engaged couple and in the process of planning your wedding. Well, it's not just you alone, it's you and many other engaged couples. And a lot of people are beginning to ask themselves the same question: should I hire a wedding planner or can I plan this wedding myself? And this is what today's video is going to be about. I'll be walking you through some points that can help in deciding if you should hire a wedding planner or if you should figure it out and plan the wedding yourself. So let's jump right in. Hey there, I'm Kemi, an on-demand wedding planner, and I help engaged couples with the guidance and coaching needed to navigate the wedding planning journey. Need help with brainstorming, tips and tricks, or just a listening ear? I'm the girl to call. So let's connect. Before we go into discussing if you should hire a wedding planner or not, I think it's important to know who a wedding planner is and what services wedding planners offer. A wedding planner is basically an individual who is knowledgeable about the wedding industry and they work with engaged couples providing guidance, encouragement, empowerment, assistance, and even resources that are needed to capture the vision of the couple and then execute it on the wedding day according to the vision that they have painted. Wedding planning services vary from persons to persons and organizations to organizations, but basically, some services still cut across board. So, vendor management, getting your vendors and your venue, those are things that a wedding planner would help you with. A wedding planner would also help you with managing your budget, tracking your expenses, and managing your budget to ensure you're not going beyond the amounts that you have stipulated as available for the wedding planning expenses. The wedding planner also would help you with guest management, your RSVPs, and tracking them, and also making the necessary accommodation arrangements for guests as might be needed. The wedding planner does another important task of building the timeline or drafting the timeline for the planning phase, and then the timeline for the actual wedding day itself or wedding weekend or whatever applies in your case. Wedding planning services are usually bespoke, meaning they are tailored to the exact needs of the couple the planner is working with. So think of it as having your own personal wedding manager. So that's basically who a wedding planner is, and those are some of the services. And I say some of the services that wedding planners offer. So now let's go into deciding or discussing if you should or should not hire a wedding planner. These will come in the form of questions and we will walk through them. So the first question I have for you is: do you have the time? Do you have the time to commit to doing the work of wedding planning? There's a reason there are wedding planners. There's a reason why there are wedding planners who commit their full time into planning weddings for couples, because it takes time. If you already have a very busy schedule, probably you have a full-time job or you have some other important engagement that takes your time already. Think of adding wedding planning to that schedule and how it might just throw you off kilter or might be too much of a requirement of your time. Are you able to attend all the meetings? Because you will have a ton of meetings. Do you have the time to make phone calls? They might sound like just phone calls, but tell me, do you have the time to make phone calls, 10 phone calls to different vendors in a day? And 10, I just picked a number, it could be any number of phone calls. But if you are already working, it may be hard to get some phone calls in there. So that's just something that you need to think about. Do you also have the time to do all the documentation that you need to do? Because you're going to have tons of communications going back and forth, email exchanges, text message exchanges, chats, updates to materials, contracts and forms and documents of all sorts. Are you able to commit the time to do all this documentation and paperwork and management? If you're working with a wedding planner, the wedding planner actually will do all the heavy lifting, meaning all the dirty work and the calling and even down to meetings. You will still do some of this work with the wedding planner. You will still go to some meetings. But the wedding planner, especially in my case, I do the first batch of meetings with the vendors and the venue and all of that just to save time. And then I cut meetings from probably 30, cut it down to less than 10. I think it will be easier to manage 10 meetings than if you had to do all 30 meetings yourself. So think of it about how much tasking it would be for you if you were to commit time to planning the wedding. If you were planning the wedding with a planner, you would be doing more of the discussing, discussing with yourself, with your spouse, going over details and preferences, and then you pass those along to your wedding planner, who then figures out the details that will be needed to pull off those expectations that you shared. Now everything's going to be on you. Can you commit to doing it? Next is ability. Are you able to do the work of planning the wedding? Are you able to make it to the meetings? Are you able to hold productive phone calls with vendors or with people? Are you able to negotiate a package that works for your wedding, that fits your preferences, that fits um, your expectations? Are you able to actually manage the documentation that you'll be receiving, the correspondences and the communication that you have to hold and commit to? Are you able to actually follow through on doing those? Are you physically able? Are you emotionally able? Are you psychologically able? And are you able, knowledge wise, to do the things that you have to do to plan the wedding? Next is your skills. Do you have the skills that are required to do the work of wedding planning? Are you good at talking with people? What are your people skills like? Are you good at holding conversations? Are you good at listening to what is not being said or what's not being shared? Are you good with waiting on people? What's your tone like when you talk? Are you impatient or are you aggressive? Or are you submissive in your talking? Are you passive in your talking? You have to know how good of a communicator you are and if that would work to your advantage with planning your wedding. Are you able to actually hold conversations with people that makes them want to work with you, that makes you stand out as someone who knows what you're doing and can convince people that you can actually provide them the guidance needed for this wedding planning? Because now you, as the wedding planner, you are going to be the point of contact for every vendor and everybody, and you don't want to appear like you don't know what you're doing or you can't manage your business. So what are your people skills like? Next is, what are your organization skills like? Like I said, you're going to be dealing with a lot of paperwork and messages and version 1 and version 20 of some drafts or something. Can you keep track of those things? Are you able to actually have a system in place that makes it easy for you to access information quickly and right at the time that you need it? Next, we've gone over time, we've gone over ability, we've gone over skills. Next is resources. Do you have the resources to do the work of wedding planning? Resources in this case can be people connections. Do you have the right people connections that are needed to get the vendors that you want? Next also will be the software, the tools, the apps, all that is needed to do the work of communicating with vendors and managing the communication and tracking your budget and managing the RSVP and communication with even the guests. Everything that purchases, everything, every detail of wedding planning goes through some sort of system. Do you have the system? Do you have access to resources that would help you do this work that you have signed up for? Because when you choose to plan your wedding, you're signing up for the work of wedding planning. Now, the next 2 points that I want to share with you are more on the personal side. The first is patience. Do you have the patience to plan your wedding? Do you have the patience to deal with people? Because you will be dealing with people. Are you a very patient person? Or do you easily get aggravated? Or do you easily get angry? Do you get tired? How are you able to put up with people? How well are you able to wait out on situations? Sometimes some things happen and you need to take a step back and let those situations play out themselves. Are you able to wait? How good are you at waiting? Oh, you're going to wait. You're going to wait for people to get back to you because they are not going to get back to you right when you need it. Information is not going to come right when you need it. Items are not going to arrive right when you need them. But you need to be patient and you need to be quick thinking also to have backups in place and things. So, how are you with patience? Next is buffers. How well are you with buffers, systems in place to manage stress? Remember that you are the bride or the groom, because yes, grooms plan wedding too. So you are the bride, you are the groom, or you're the groom rather. You are the wedding planner. You have family members and their expectations. You have vendors and their expectations. You have friends and their expectations. And you also have the wedding guests with their expectations. Everybody's got an expectation of what the wedding should look like. And this can put stress on you. It's pressure on you. You want to ensure that the vision you have in your mind is well executed and is well communicated to your vendors. You're also dealing with the stress of having to make decisions, tons and tons and tons of decisions that you'd have to make. You're also going to have to deal with the stress of family because family just comes with their own baggage. You're going to have to deal with guests, your guests management. Where are they staying? Where are they, how are they arriving and all of that. There are just a lot of expectations that you have to deal with and a lot of details that you have to deal with. So what buffers do you have or would you have in place to help you with dealing with those situations? As a wedding planner, even though I get down to the details working with my couples, I can still step away. I can say, I can close my computer and say, okay, that's it for today. Tomorrow is another day and I'm going to tackle this. I can step away, go back to my family, look at the faces of my children and just watch a good cartoon and enjoy myself. But you, as the planner and the spouse, you are leaving it. You're leaving it. There's no way for you to step away. Well, except if you put systems in place to say, I'm taking a day off from wedding planning, or on this day, nobody should reach out to me about wedding planning. You can put systems like that in place. The goal of this wedding is not to scare you. No, I think if you're going to embark on a journey, you should know what you're getting into or what to expect along the way. If you are opting to plan your wedding, then it's important for you to decide yourself that I do have the time committed and that will be needed to do the work. I can commit the time needed. I am able, physically, emotionally, psychologically, knowledge-wise, I am able to do the work. I have the skills. I have the people skills. I have good time management. I am good at organize. I'm very organized and I have got a very good eye for details. You need to be able to ascertain that for yourself. You need to also be able to ascertain that you have access to the resources that you will be needing for wedding planning. And then you need also to ascertain that you are patient enough. You will be patient enough to deal with whatever comes your way. And then you have systems in place to manage the stress that would come, because there's going to be lots of stressors and overwhelm and anxiety. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a very beautiful day. If I, as a wedding planner, would get excited about wedding planning, I imagine that for you, the couple, it's even way more. And there's just going to be an extra joy in planning your wedding. So yes, you can plan your wedding yourself. I am an advocate of couples planning their wedding themselves. Only if you have determined that you can plan your wedding and execute it just like it would have been if a wedding planner did it. Ask yourself this: can someone else do this better? Would someone else deliver the same way? Can I deliver the same way that someone else would deliver if was someone else doing it? Basically, if a wedding planner did it and if I did it, would people be able to tell the difference? You want to ensure that your wedding is still professionally put together, and on the day of, it is smoothly run and there are no hiccups and there's no instance of chaos and things that tend to surface when people do not plan as properly as they should. My joy is in working with couples who have opted to plan their wedding themselves, because I then provide the guidance and the coaching needed, because you will have questions along the way. So if you have chosen or you've opted to plan your wedding yourself and you figured, you know what, we might have questions along the way, and it will be good to have someone give us the insight and direction and brainstorm with us how to figure this out, then you should reach out to me. You should leave me a message and we can talk offline about how I can help to ensure that your wedding planning journey is enjoyable and the execution on the day of is as smooth as it should be. I hope this video has helped you with gathering the information you need to decide if you should hire a wedding planner or if you should figure it out and do it yourself. Whatever you decide to do, believe it's going to be a beautiful day, because it should be a beautiful day. I'm Kemi, and it's been wonderful interacting with you this way. Leave me a like if you've enjoyed this content, and please share with your friends and people in your community. And yes, please subscribe to my channel, because it will be good to have you back here to enjoy the other information I have to share with you. Till we meet again, be blessed and be merry.